Welcome back to Geek Goddess. It's Friday and we're having fun and we have a guest.
Yay, Lisa!
Yeah,
I'm back. You guys let me come back. I don't know why yet. No, I'm just kidding.
We're like, oh, it's Lisa.
Yeah, I guess it's a guest at this point. She's just that weirdo that keeps coming back.
Don't open the door. Don't open the door.
Leave her out there. Leave her out there.
Oh, man.
So you had some bad traffic on the way in.
Yes,
so.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
Well, I mean, it's totally anybody who lives here in San Antonio. Oh, come on. Like, anybody who lives anywhere in the nation. It's not like San Antonio is the only place with bad traffic. Like, I hear people in Austin and Dallas and everywhere else, like, up north. At least we don't have snow and bad traffic. Like, at least it's not all of that.
It could be worse.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
We just have, like, a million construction projects all at once. So that's what's
really
terrible.
annoying.
That's what's driving me crazy. It's all on this side of town.
Yeah. It's
all
the
on this side
worst
of town.
here.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
All on every side of town. I come over from 35.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
35 has been under construction for like 5 years or something. It's like, for 35 from here to Dallas has been under construction for 5 years.
Maybe one day they'll fix it.
I feel like a lot of it is like all around here in several different places.
This area is blowing up. Like,
Yeah.
I got a new job at a new Northside school. It's fairly new. It's only like 4 years old. Yay. So it doesn't have a whole lot of students yet, but it's projected that by 2020, they'll already need like 6 portables for this campus. And they just built it. So this area is just, like, this is where it's blowing up.
Yeah.
So
It is, yeah. This whole area is being built up and
Yeah.
everything. I'm like, oh my god.
Because all this stuff just wasn't here.
No,
It just,
even
like,
the
popped up
street right
overnight.
behind us wasn't here when we first moved in, and they like bulldozed. It was this nice grassy area with trees and everything. Boom, but bulldozed it, packed a whole nother street in.
We had the lightning bugs.
Yeah, yep. We used to have all of that stuff in the backyard.
now
Was
we
like all
don't.
nice, and now
That's
it's
so sad.
yeah. Well, speaking of sad, just because like I do all the science stuff and everything, you know, I've been reading these articles, and San Antonio, the hill country of Texas, is the 8th most biodiverse on the whole planet.
Oh, wow.
On the whole planet, we have like the most flowers and bugs, like 8th in the whole planet, and we are killing it faster than any other place on the whole planet. Yeah.
At first I was really excited. I was like, wow, go
It's terrible.
No.
That's why we had to
mind.
create Government Canyon over there at Alamo Ranch, because there are 3 species that live only in that area. So we had to create a whole state park just to protect them from all of our construction.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, at least they're protected, but still.
But all the other
Oh,
things,
Colleen,
bulldoze them.
what's that right there?
What?
The creepy
That white
The
thing?
Teletubby?
Oh.
This?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Is that yours?
No, I
you've
told you
been
I
looking
found
for?
mine in my room when I was cleaning
Oh.
up all my school
Well,
stuff.
then that's
This is
mine.
yours.
Okay.
I wrote NISD on mine so I wouldn't confuse it. Because I was like, I was yelling and I was like, that's my work. Yeah. Like, you stole it. I know you did.
Married life.
Hashtag married
It wasn't
people.
me. You
Goals.
misplaced it.
Sorry, yes, I misplaced it. I'm pretty sure I told you that.
And you didn't
And I
tell No, you didn't
apologize.
tell
I
me you
think I
found
did.
it either.
I like how he like all slick was like, hey, what's that over there?
That over there.
He probably like staged it while I wasn't looking. He was like, I'm going to call her out on TV.
In front of everyone who's watching. That's awesome.
You mentioned TV. We're eventually going to be in Austin on TV over there come September.
Yeah, that's because we're pretty cool and people like us.
Dang!
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm just going with it.
I was like, what is it? I'm like, go on. And you're
Apparently
like,
they're going to air our episodes like a week after we do ours.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wait, where? Like, just.
I
Like
guess
on public
cable-
access? Or?
Public access in Austin, yeah.
Dang! That's so cool, you guys. Congratulations.
We're syndicated. No.
I don't
So
even know
we're
what that
actually
word means.
doing the block with Fanboy TV. their entire organization, and we're actually starting out their block. We'll be the first ones to air on there, so that's kind of cool.
That's
To be in
Starting off
Austin, because
strong.
that's not where we don't have
Yeah, we don't have
many
an audience there yet.
audience over there,
We're
but
starting.
it'll grow.
I think we talk about. I mean, we talk about San Antonio stuff, but I think we talk about universal
Like
stuff.
general
too. Yeah.
geekiness stuff.
So, I mean, of course, we want to talk about San Antonio stuff.
But
'cause
here
we
we're
love it
talking
here.
about San Antonio stuff happening this year,
San Antonio.
tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
even.
Oh yeah. I wonder what's happening
I'm-
tomorrow.
I wonder what's happening tomorrow.
There was a reason why I came, not just to talk about traffic.
We're gonna talk about traffic all night.
Wait, am I saying or like?
yeah, go for
Oh
it.
well, tomorrow, Game Expo and Otaku Fair, because we've combined this year for the
Yeah.
convention. So we were like, let's host a really cool free event for people before, like the actual convention, so they could like get to know the staff, have something to do. And what better place than Gaio Pizzeria, because we love them. They're
Because
awesome.
pizza.
Shout out to Mac and Step. No. You guys rule. So they're
Trying
gonna
to get free stuff, don't we?
yeah, like, hey, the cannolis. No, I'm just kidding. By the way, try the cannolis when you go tomorrow because they're freaking good. But Game Expo is going to be bringing the games, so you guys are going to be able to like play some tabletop. And I actually know nothing about tabletop. The first game of Wolverine I played was at Game Expo, which by the way, it's super awesome. No,
means
werewolf.
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 See, I know
what you
nothing.
mean. I know what you mean.
I just saw a Tumblr post about cut the story.
Start over. No, just kidding. It's fine.
It's live crap.
And it's funny, the first time he did it was at a gaming convention, but they do that a lot at anime conventions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Werewolf.
those kind of group games are usually really popular.
Oh, really?
Because you can use a large group,
Oh,
so
okay.
then like you can kind of be like more friendly, but more backstabby too, because you're like you're the werewolf.
Yeah.
Black
Oh,
and
it's good that
Silver
we're getting
Diamond
real
says,
into
hi,
it.
hi, Black and Silver Diamond.
Hi.
And says, looking forward to Otaku Fair.
Woo! Yay! We're gonna
X Game Expo.
Yeah, I was like X Game Expo. Yes, it's gonna be so fun. I'm
So
so
this
excited.
is a really cool thing, because this is the first time that I've heard of, I don't know if anybody else has done it, is where two conventions have actually combined to do one event.
with our powers combined.
That's right.
Powers combined.
Well, and I think it's really cool too, because like we were already friends,
Right.
So it was like, oh, we like each other, which is always a really good place to start.
Perfect. Yes.
Especially when you're working with people for a con, you don't want to work with people you don't like. So, not that I've ever heard
Because
that
at the end of the
serious.
con, you learn to kind of hate them
Yeah.
at the end.
So you have to be friends. Yeah.
You're gonna yell at each other probably during it, but at least you can be friends. No, but it was already so cool because like you guys would come do the game like stuff. I think
Yeah.
a lot of the time, and so it was like, hey, we're already doing this thing, kind of like let's make it like we're both just
Yeah.
full force.
Yeah, exactly. Because it used to be like, oh, well, Game Expo, we'll go over to the other con and we'll like
Yeah.
run the games. And then we were like, well, then let's have y'all come over and y'all bring cosplayers and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, we might as well just combine.
Why? Yeah, it just makes more sense
Why-
for everyone.
Why not?
I don't
And-
think people realize how much crossover there is.
Yeah, a lot of people, especially like who write online and things like that, they're kind of like, so what does this mean? Like, do I have to buy a badge to both? And I'm like, no, we're one con. Like, you don't have to buy two pre-reg badges.
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you want,
If
but
you'd like to,
Well, we don't
that
mind.
helps
we're
us.
not complaining. But I mean, it's one convention, so it's just more anime and more gaming. which
Black
is-
and Silver Diamond says, I already pre-registered. Awesome.
Yes! Way to go.
Yeah, and we're not going to be, like, I think some of the gaming people are concerned that it's going to be, like, all anime and all the
No.
gaming is going to be, like, you know, Japanese-style gaming or towards anime-type gaming, which there are a lot that gamers do enjoy, but we're also going to have the other kind of games there as well, but we do want to show the commonality.
Right.
That's one of the big things that Vincent and I always push for, because there is a lot of split sometimes in fandom, and it's like,
Yeah.
I like this thing and my thing is better and I don't want to try your thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like to see a lot of that. So I think tomorrow is a good night for people to come out and see how we can
Right.
kind of do both.
And try
Yeah.
something new. I mean, there's gamers that don't know necessarily anything about anime, and there's anime people that don't necessarily know everything about gaming, and we can be one big family.
This is like me, so
So-
I'll learn
Unless
some
it's
stuff.
video games, but that's it. Tabletop is a whole new world. Every time I come here, I'm like, ooh, y'all have so much cool stuff.
So many
I'm like,
cool
We'll have
things.
Angel from Angel Delacroix from
Hebe.
Hebe
Yes!
Studios.
Yep.
Oh man,
Yeah,
he
he's
was
gonna
wearing Chris's skirt the other day, and
Nice.
they took a video.
They were like dancing in their
I was like
skirts.
friendship calls. I loved it. Sorry,
It's a
Angel.
skirt.
Didn't mean to put you on blast in case you didn't want people to know.
It's skirt sharing. It's a new thing.
Yeah, why not?
Might as well.
But yeah,
Let's
so I
do
think
it.
everyone gets confused a little bit, which is fair because it's our first year. So
Yeah,
it
so I
totally
think they're
makes
not
sense.
sure.
Yeah, so it's more stuff for you guys basically. That's what I
basically
Yeah.
that's what it is.
You just
like,
get more stuff. No one's gonna infringe on anyone else's space or time. Like you're still gonna have just as much. I actually think you're gonna have more of each. Well, for us, more anime because we were only 1 day previously, and then
Yeah.
the last year we were 2 days. So for our fans, you'll have more anime stuff than you're used to because we were only
Yeah.
1 day for like the longest time,
Yeah.
which is good. And then for them, like they're gonna have more stuff too. So it's
Yeah,
like,
I think it'll be great,
everyone's gonna
especially
have
if
more
We're
people
gonna
want to
have a
get
ton of
into the
panels.
fandom, the panels.
Yes,
Yeah.
panels. Oh, yes, panels are so fun. I was I wasn't like overwhelmed. Like I was just taken aback at how quickly people and how many emails
that's
I got,
good.
and I was like, yes,
You're like, yay.
because I mean, it's just awesome. So there's a lot of good stuff coming this year. I think for both of us too.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
have some really cool guests that are coming. Which
Yeah,
should be
I'm
awesome.
excited for
Are
Justin.
y'all gonna
and-
do the? I think I might have asked this last time. The create your own game.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We're gonna do
Yes.
that again.
Okay, I'm not.
Yes, one of our friends is flying out from California because he loved it so much, and like the Game Crafter, they loved it so much. Like people really love.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even good at tabletop games or anything. Chris is the one who came up with everything, but I was just
But
like,
still, it was
just
great.
a fun concept.
Yeah.
So the premise behind it is you come in and we give you stuff to make a game from the Game Crafter. The Game Crafter provided us a lot of like dice and game pieces,
Like little
and
figures and
pawns
stuff like that, yeah.
Figures,
Yeah.
and then you use those to make a game, and we give you kind of like a general guideline of.
Like timeline
I think
and,
last year it was
and a theme. You had a,
theme.
theme.
The theme was like
Oh,
a
yeah.
Convention, I think.
Yeah.
but a convention in a general sense of the word.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you could interpret.
Yeah, you could interpret it, and that's the neat thing is you can interpret it
Yeah.
so many different ways. It's like you think because everybody gets the exact same pieces, you think, oh well,
The
I'm just gonna get all
human
this
Pokedex
stuff.
says hello, the human
Hello.
Pokedex.
Oh, the human Pokedex.
You think you're just gonna get
That's a
all the
cool
same
name.
game like turned in, and then you have like 8 different teams, and there's 8 completely different things. Like you're like, oh my god, how did these people like take this one theme in this bag of stuff and come up with all this different
Yeah.
stuff, right? You're like,
Because when we were doing presentations, like I was like, oh man, I knew ours was gonna be different because Christopher Pagonis, like, is a unique character.
He's a
and
unique
he's
guy.
one of a kind. So when you give him an assignment, he's like, oh. So I was like, okay, ours is gonna be like different for sure. But like, I didn't know what to anticipate. But people had the coolest stuff. Like
Yeah.
there was one about like the cleanup part of the convention, which as
Yes,
someone who
that-
runs.
those are it was a family. that came in
yes,
and did
their
it,
kids
they
and
won.
everything. Yeah.
Yes, theirs was so good, and I was like, you know what? Respect for thinking about that part because
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Because there's a lot.
Yeah.
You're like crying secretly.
Like someone gets it.
so terrible.
Because most of the time, I mean, and everyone, you know, like of course I'm not going to expect anyone to be like, oh, what's on the back end of the convention
Right.
side. So I was like, wow, this cool family is like, hey, we came up with this.
I want to talk to them and see if maybe Game Crafter can actually like give them the funds to be able to actually create that game that they're.
Well, I thought they got a gift
doing.
certificate. I thought that was part of their
Everybody
winnings.
got a gift certificate.
So that they could go on and create their game, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we
Thought that
did
was part of the
too.
winnings. That's great because it can get a little pricey trying to like
Mm-hmm.
create your own like prototype to then go out and play your game.
I
So
can only imagine.
Yeah.
Like, I have no experience, but I would imagine as much.
So, but you guys do a lot of just because everybody's friends and stuff. Y'all do like a lot of like hangout nights and stuff like that.
Yeah, we have a lot of like fun things. I mean, I think over time, because of course when I first started as a like I was just a volunteer, and then I moved to volunteer coordinator, and I was like, wow, and I helped with one of the person who still does it, and he's very low key, so I don't know if he wants me to put him out there. So then I was like, oh, cool, and so then I was like, I felt so neat, and then after that, I like did our PR and our panels, and that's what I still do, and our social media and all the fun stuff. And it's just like over time, because it's so stressful sometimes, so it's like you will see each other at your worst and at your best. So it's like even when you're the most stressed out and people are snippy and like, you know, it's not always like, "Whew," but like, you know, I think that's what causes you to be so close. Because then like we always say like, oh, we're a family now, because like we've just been together for so long. And
Yeah, I think you have to be.
It's been
Yeah.
real nice too, in that, well, Colleen and I do a lot
Yeah.
of stuff, and sometimes stuff gets missed, and then y'all are there to pick some of that stuff up.
And vice versa.
to be-
Yeah. It's like, it's nice because I think we do appeal to different audiences, which I know we're trying to cross over, but like
Yeah.
I think it's inevitable. Like we appeal
Right.
to different audiences, so it's kind of cool because it's like we can't always go out and maybe, I mean, again, like some of our stuff can, but like, you know, it's like when people hear anime convention, they don't think, oh, you're gonna have gaming. Like we were actually at Anime Matsuri and we were promoting. So we were like, we're Otaku Fair Game Expo, like we have gaming, and the guy was like, well, what kind of gaming? And I was like, no, like it's a gaming convention, like, and so because he was like into the gaming scene, so then he was like, oh, cool, and so I think that really helps, saying like,
Yeah.
hey, no, we're not just gonna have like, you know, just some games here and there, like, it's
But
a
that's
series.
happened to a lot of gamers, so I think that's why you get that response, is because they go and these cons say, oh, we have gaming at this
Yeah.
con, and you go and it's like 2 round tables with some dudes playing Magic, and
Right.
you're like, for real? Like, this was
It's-
the gaming? Like, and
yeah.
to a tabletop gamer, that ain't cutting it. So
Yeah, I can. Yeah, because he seemed super skeptical at first, and I was like, "No, like this is like
this is
we
the real
teamed
deal."
with a gaming convention, so I mean, they know what they're doing. They have a huge game library. You're gonna be fine." He's like, "Oh, okay." And so, I mean, and it was neat to be able to kind of, you know, talk about that at an anime convention for one,
Yeah.
but also just I think it helps both of our sides, you know, our sides combined, but it
Yeah.
helps each other kind of appeal to a wider.
We got a good
demographic.
question here.
Oh.
What is going to make these new cons different from the others in SA?
The others in SA. Well, it's our first year as I think a combined con. I think
I think
That's a
because
good
we,
question.
I think because some of us who are involved understand kind of both sides, this is going to be a better crossover. It's not going to be just, here's the gaming area, here's the anime.
Right.
Like, we played Small Eyes Big Mouth last year to kind of prepare for this, which is
Yeah.
a role-playing game that's based off of an anime. And we've also had GMs that are picking up, like you can see on Vincent's desk, like Kodama, Sushi Go. We just got Code of 9. It's not even open. It's still shrunk wrap that we're going to try. So we're going to all be working on this kind of combination. And I
Right.
think that's what's going to make it different is
the crossover.
The crossover
Not that
aspect.
there
Yeah,
isn't
and the
in
cool
other
thing is that
cons, I
even
just-
gaming is crossing over with like Kodama, with the Tree Spirits, and this is from Indie Boards and Cards.
right, which is a very popular gaming company. So
Sushi Go is Game Right. So I mean, they're game companies that have been out there, have been doing great stuff with games.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Vince, you're not being a very good. Display the product. Come on.
for real, show Kodama.
We saw that one
beautiful
already. The
man
next,
from down
To Soro.
There you go.
Soro.
You're not doing the hand actions. You've got to do the
Yeah.
arm.
Come on, Vanna. Do your Vanna.
There,
Show some
there you
sleeve.
go.
No, I'm just kidding. Give the people what they want.
I've not played this one yet, but I want to. I want to check it out.
Yeah, we
and
just
see.
picked that one
And
up. So
it's still got the
tomorrow, we're
plastic
taking
on
it tomorrow to try it out.
I
so.
played Kodama, and that still has the plastic on it, but
That,
we
well,
had
that's the
another-
one. The other one is ours. That's
Yeah.
the one for Game Expo. I've got to keep like our games separate from the Game Expo games.
This one's a card game about fireworks.
yeah.
Oh,
So it's actually more Chinese than Japanese,
Yeah.
but
that's still cool though.
it's still Asian,
Asian
culture.
influence
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
and Sushi Go,
Sushi goes.
seen that
Japanese
everywhere.
influence.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fun game. I like playing this game.
So you've been doing all the panels and stuff, and I haven't seen the lineup yet. Do
Oh
you
yeah, I still have
have?
to send that over.
That's okay.
It's just I'm finalizing some stuff. Well, it's still good, but yeah.
Are you getting a lot of people who are going to show people how to kind of get into the fandom, how to make cosplay? Do you know, are you getting a lot of those coming in?
And I think, yes, and that's something that's been kind of interesting to see. I always like to, like, I don't know, I just gauge our reactions on social media, and I gauge kind of the responses we get. And also in the emails that I get to the account, like, you know, regarding panels and events and things like that. So this year, as soon as I put it up, I mean, the response was like instantaneous. And for me, I mean, before, you know, it would happen, and it happened over time, but this is the first year that I've been like, wow, I think I might, you know, we might have like a full schedule, because before we've always had a little bit of room to work here and there in case we needed backups or things like that. But we have backups, or still submit them, because, you know, we're just getting closer to that point. But we do have a lot of really interesting panels. We have some cosplay related ones that are, of course, I think a staple for us. We have some con horror stories one that is really, really neat. I always like stuff like that, because it's like, yes, they're just so interactive and fun, and it's just good to do them later at night.
Yep.
We have the guys with the Itapara group coming out, the ones with the decals and the cars and everything, so they'll be back.
Cool.
We're gonna have the Ikebana workshop, where one of the members of JASA, she demonstrates how to do the arrangement.
What's JASA?
JASA is the Japanese, oh gosh, hold on, Japanese. So I never remember the
What
full-
they? Well, what do they do?
It's like they're a group that has like Japanese culture and things, and they like kind of do that around San Antonio.
Oh, great.
Gosh, I'm so sorry. It's gonna really bother me that I don't remember that.
You'll remember it
I've
later.
said it like a billion times to myself. It's just I don't remember off the top of my head. But yes, so they're really great. So they'll be coming out. They used
teaching
to,
about the culture.
yeah,
and what-
back when we could have food vendors, they actually used to sell the yakisoba, but unfortunately, you know, that had to
Right.
change with the venue and everything like that.
Well, yeah, because the hotel needs to make some money too, so that's hard.
So here's an interesting question right here.
Uh-oh.
Is there any chance of a new con in OLLU?
So everyone, that was a question I was getting a lot, especially after March passed,
Right.
and there was
there
no
was no
TV.
con.
And so I was like, oh. So I think we didn't, I guess, make it clear enough. But basically, we left all of the OLU related stuff to the anime club at OLU, and we kind of said, you know, we've taught you guys everything that you could know if you're ever interested in hosting an event, because the MizumiCon is the OLU, you know, it would make sense, it's Lake Con.
It means
literally.
Lake Con, yeah.
Yeah, it means Lake Con. So a lot of people ask why we changed our name, because
we're not at the
yeah,
lake.
we
We're not
can't,
looking.
unless we can find another venue that has lake, maybe. But so we basically let the anime club know, like, of course they're free to use the name. We, you know, tried to get them to understand, like, you know, we're passing it down to you. And so we've kind of left it in their hands. I don't personally know. I don't really interact with them. I'm not sure that anyone.
Well, yeah, y'all have all kind of left college at this point, so it
that's
was
another
like,
thing is everyone kind of graduated last year. I think the few remaining people who were on staff for the OG MizumiCon and, you know, were still in school, they graduated last semester. So it just kind of shifted, I think,
Yeah.
from there. I'm not sure, they might, and if they do, that'd be cool. We would, we've told them, and we've continued to tell them, and we'll tell them.
I
in the
don't think
future. We'll
people
help.
realize what a huge undertaking it is to put on a convention, even for one single day.
Yeah.
So it is a task that a lot of people won't want to take on. They just won't.
And I think, yeah, I think it can be a little bit intimidating, especially when you don't, you know, maybe always have the know-how.
Yeah,
or
and a
you-
lot of people, oh yeah, that's great, let's put something on. And the logistics alone, just behind
Yes.
getting a venue for that matter.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, with us, especially with this first year, you know, I'm really pleased with how all the events are turning out, just because it's like, I always want the customer, because at the end of the day, to me, it's still customer service. It's still
Definitely,
a product we're
definitely.
selling to people who are spending their hard-earned money to come see us. So, you know, I've been really happy with how the scheduling's been going, because, I mean, I've always wanted, and I always try to work my hardest so that people will have the best experience possible, that I can feel comfortable saying, like, hey, you know what, like, I was trying to give you the best experience possible when it came to panels. Of course, it
Well, and
relies
that's why we tried to keep the pricing
Right.
where it was, so that we could keep it, because people were kind of used to it being that 1-day con and they were in that price range. So
Yeah.
we try to keep the pricing, in a reasonable amount. Again, this is 3 days, so everybody's getting 3 days of events rather than just the 1 day, which
Yeah.
is like a really, I think,
And-
really great benefit, because I know a lot of people used to be like, "Let's it'll be forever,"
Right.
and like want to keep going. So
It's funny because whenever we promote, people are like, Otaku Fair. Because, a lot of people don't pay attention to social media or whatever.
Right,
and, so we'll be like, we used to be MizumiCon. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah. And then we explain, why we had to leave, because we just kind of outgrew the campus, which is good. That's always
Yeah.
like our spiel. We're like, oh, well, it's a good problem to have. But, it did have to change into a whole rebranding
It seems
thing.
like
Well-
we're outgrowing this already.
yeah, we're gonna probably outgrow the
We're
hotel after
already-
this year.
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing about the hotel too is, and this is good for the gamers and for the anime fans as well, is the hotel will let us keep running until 2 a.m., until
Yeah.
3 a.m. So if you want to keep hanging out with your friends, if you want to keep playing that game, if you want to sit around and play Werewolf, and they have like fire pits outside where you can go sit with
Yeah.
your friends and
Those
like
are
hang
so
out and
nice.
talk and play games outside, and it's just like there's more.
Yes.
We're bringing you more.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it, but we are. And so as soon as, I think people, of course, a lot of people, which I'm the same way, like with certain products, like, okay, you can tell me how nice it is all you want, but I want to see it. Like,
Right.
the proof is in the pudding. So
Yeah.
I'm sure once we put, the schedule up or the events up, and, so I gotta get on that this weekend. I had most of my list.
Black
of
and
that.
Silver Diamond says, this is just an idea, but maybe OLU could host a mini-con?
Yeah.
Well, there's already a mini-con, but
Right.
that's put on by San Japan.
San Japan,
Yes,
that's
and
their
Nine
thing. So yeah,
Tails,
we
yes.
can't
No.
we can't step on those toes.
No, especially because they're so awesome to us all the time.
Yeah.
We don't want to be mean.
Let's
Yeah.
maybe not do.
But we definitely, I think the last time when we made that whole statement, we had kind of given the anime club the idea of like calling it a chibi MizumiCon.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's cutesy. It's a smaller MizumiCon.
And we want to do mini cons. This is just our first year doing this. What we've talked about too is doing kind of mini cons that we gear more towards charity, because we are all very involved in helping the city. And so we've seen some opportunities like at the food bank where maybe we can all go out and volunteer, and we can help the food bank and play games and watch anime and dress up and stuff like that. So we're working on that, but that's not going to be till next year because it takes a long time to
Right.
to get with organizations and fix these things out and get spaces. But definitely mini cons are on our radar. We just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of events that I think we have planned for future.
Right.
Of course, the main convention has been our focus this year, just
Yeah.
because it's our first year.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are kind of, we got to make a good impression kind of thing, because this is our first year, so it's like first impressions.
Yeah.
So the focus has definitely been there. But I'm excited to see the future many events we do, because I know we have a lot of good ones coming up and planned. Not just the pizza play thing or whatever. That was
Right.
we wanted to at least have one, just to kind of see you guys. We love seeing the community, like especially when they're out. We get to promote, we get to talk to you guys. It's always really nice to meet people who, are interested in the same things as us. Even if they don't want to come to the con, or they're like, you know what, you guys suck. At least we got to talk. And they were cool and they had the same interests.
Yeah.
And again, it's there at a local business, so we're helping
Right.
the local business out.
Yes, Gaios has been a long time patron, or they've been a long time vendor at MizumiCon. They were always one of our food vendors, and even most of us who went to the lake. I remember when Gaios, like I was a freshman in college, and they would deliver to the dorms, and like we would go, and that was like the spot. Like Gaios was the place to be. So we definitely wanted to do something for them and try and like get some more, business in. Not that they need help with that. They're doing great. But, we just kind of wanted to help in the way, because we felt bad we weren't going to be able to have them come out.
Which
this
reminds
year.
me,
Right.
talking of food, since we're talking about kind of Japanese type things, we're going to actually try.
Oh,
Are you allergic to peanuts?
no, I am not.
Okay, well, show the bag.
Style peanuts.
Show the bag, Mr.
I
Man.
can't advertise.
Oh,
You can't advertise?
Not anymore if I'm going to be on.
Oh, because you're going
Yeah.
to be on syndicated, or you're going to be on the public TV.
Oh,
well,
wait,
it's from a local grocery store.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? They are literally called
Are we gonna do
Japanese
it
peanuts.
together?
Yeah, we're all going to do it together.
yeah. I feel like we should like
Okay.
Stuart. Wait, we gotta
gotta
give one to
Yeah,
Stuart.
gotta give one to Stuart. Yeah.
We've all got to try these, and we're all going to crunch into the microphones all at once.
What if we?
Are they supposed to be like wasabi, or what? What does it say on the bag? I know you can't advertise,
It
but
smells like
It doesn't.
almost like a
It
smells
doesn't
kind of
say.
like honey
soy
or something.
sauce or something. Like a
like a sweet
sauce.
soy. Yeah. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay, ready, go. Oh, very salty. We're kind of good.
They've got a kick
They're
to
not
them.
horrible. They
But-
do have a kick.
But they have like a coating on them or something. They're kind of
Yeah.
good.
They're
And
like-
let me
Ooh,
take
they-
some of these. No, I'm kidding. I'll just take one more.
So Vince liked them.
Yeah. He's like, oh, hold
I
on.
think they're pretty good.
spicy.
They've got a little kick to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They're delicious.
they're pretty good.
I'll
So if
get
you
with
wanna try
after this
those-
to see what they're actually.
They're at a local, very prominent grocery store, and they're called what? They're just called Japanese peanuts, or they're that brand, right? Japanese peanuts.
Yum.
You can find them like in the chip aisle and stuff.
They need more beer.
They need more beer.
Yeah, that would really go good with.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't like peanuts at the because, like, it's just like eh. But I would totally like. I mean, obviously,
those, yeah.
Yeah. When I'm
Yeah, I like that they have like a little kick and a little. Yeah, they have that kind of soy,
They're
sweet
delicious.
soy. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I like it. It's very good.
biting
Y'all should try those.
myself.
Try new foods. So since the hotel won't let you have these food vendors that people are used to at Mizumi, so
Yes.
we can't have outside food vendors. That's a hotel thing.
Yeah.
So don't
but-
yell at us. No,
well, one of the nice things that the hotel has always done with us, and I'm sure that they'll do with y'all, but y'all haven't gotten close enough to the con to get this hammered out yet,
yeah.
is they let us like plan a menu for the weekend.
Yeah.
That had like the little themed names and stuff. So
The Pokemon themed drinks at the which like whatever like it sounds like I just was drinking all weekend. But I don't want it to sound that way, but they were amazing.
they were so good.
Oh, last year.
Last
yes,
year they were
really
so
good.
good.
The year
So
before they had done a really cool one too, but last
Last year's
that
were
was
the
my
best.
favorite.
Yeah.
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 Oh, and that's when Pokemon Go was still like really, really huge. I
We-
mean, it still is sort of, but
But we were trying to, yeah. So we try to pay attention to all the little details. I think that's another thing that's going to make this different from some of the other cons is paying attention to all those little details, right?
Yeah, I think it definitely because we are smaller, and so I think it kind of gives us the advantage where people can just like people message me directly and are like, hey, I need this, and I'm like, all right, whatever, because like
Right.
we're so we're pretty small, so it's easy to kind of just give that. Not that you can't get that with bigger ones. I just know they probably have a lot more on their plate, and so it's probably a little bit more like difficult to
Right.
kind of always, but I mean that's something different, I guess.
That's something nice about being a small con, and a lot of our excuse me, a lot of our friends who go to a lot of cons, and they tell us that that's a really nice thing about a small con. It's more of like you feel like you're with friends and family. It's more community kind of driven. So I think that that's a nice thing.
And I've noticed that a lot of parents said they feel comfortable, like letting their kids just be there.
Yes, and that is something we've always taken seriously. A lot of people have asked, like, since we've left the lake, if it's still going to be family friendly. We've always marketed as family friendly. So, we'll continue
Yeah, we
to
even
do-
with Game Expo, like we all know that there are certain games that are not appropriate, and we always put those time slots in the evening.
Yeah.
So that the smaller kiddos are gone and
younger
everything,
kids
so
are
that
just not allowed.
yeah, they're just not
Right.
allowed in the room. Like the
We'll
game
have to
masters,
IC,
a game
yeah.
master's a person who runs a game. Like they know rules and they kind of watch everybody playing and teach you how to play and stuff. They know like if a little kid's coming into that room and that's that kind of game, they're like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you have to be 18 or older to come play this game.
Right.
So I think even Game Expo has been really good about that too.
Yeah.
So.
Are y'all still gonna have dodgeball?
Cosplay dodgeball. So that is still in the works. It's still kind of up in the air. We have talked to them, but we may not be able to this year. We're gonna have to see. We're trying to make it work. So yeah, both parties are just really trying to make it work. So if we can't this year, we're hoping to next year. But We definitely would love for them to be able to be a part of it. For
From
sure.
what I hear, you we're going to be doing anime outside.
Yes, we talked to the hotel about showing in that cool area. With
Yes,
the fire
because
pits
they
and-
show nighttime movies
Yes,
anyway, right?
They show kids movies, so we're like, can we just get some G-rated anime? And they were totally. I mean, that's another really nice thing about this hotel is they're very welcoming because sometimes people don't always understand the convention world, and so you see a bunch of things, and maybe they just aren't as open-minded, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Well, I've dealt one of them that we've dealt with this year. I've been dealing with her since ChimeraCon.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
that's why it definitely
Yeah.
helps. Yeah. Also,
We
the
try really hard
relationship.
not to burn bridges when we go
Yeah.
places and to make them see that this is, a good venture for both sides.
Whoops! This fell off.
Because of course the hotel is a business, so they
Right.
want to be able to make money. So we're trying to tell them if you
Stuart
want to make
Dome's
money,
There's a zoom button. Where's that? Oh, look, I found it. There it is.
he's like Lisa's microphone.
Hey,
There's Lisa's knee.
double chins. No, I get.
We're just gonna do this all the time.
I know, every time I watch these episodes back, when I come on here, I'm like, I gotta fix my faces.
Oh
'cause
come on!
No, because naturally I'm like a goofball. Y'all know this. So I just
Lisa,
I make
a goofball?
Yeah. Oh, really? She's
No.
not. She's not
So
serious. all the
serious.
time?
You're like a lawyer practically.
Like, yeah. So then I'm over here and so when I'm talking now and I notice on these things, even Rick from Anime at the Alamo, they interviewed us at the Mini Con. So Chris is standing there, Joseph's in the middle, and I'm there. So they're both answering questions, and I'm just looking off into the distance, just kind of a flare of my nostril, because I do that to be funny, and I'm just. It was bad. So I'm sorry ahead of time.
Nice.
Lisa's like,
showed
I
it
just
at-
can't be on camera
Yeah, and
anymore.
then they showed it at Anime at the Alamo, so they have a full house, and they're it's before the show, so then you just see us three, and I'm just there, looking off into the distance, and I'm like, oh, I'm so
Earth to
sorry.
Flaring your
Lisa.
nostrils.
Yeah,
Flaring your
flaring,
nostrils.
double chinning it up, 'cause I do it to be funny, and now it's a regular
Now it's a
thing.
thing.
Yeah, it's a normal habit for me now.
I was doing it and somebody slapped me on the back and it stayed that way.
I can't y'all anywhere.
You love us.
That's it. I quit. Stuart and I are leaving.
No.
So, what anime are you currently into right now?
Ooh, anime I'm currently into. Okay, I said this at the Anime at the Alamo one, but I just recently finally finished Kill la Kill. I know I'm late to the party. I'm a loser, whatever. But
Never seen it,
Not
so
a
I'm
real
even
fan.
later.
Okay, well, but whatever. Y'all have a weekly show dedicated to nerd culture, so y'all have y'all.
We just
part.
finished Death Note. Please let's get over ourselves.
All right.
I really liked it, and I was rooting for the bad guy. And Vince was like, "You can't root for the bad guy. What's wrong
I'll
with
do
you?"
what I want.
I was like, "I want them to kill everybody."
In Game of Thrones, I feel real guilty some weeks because I'm I hate Cersei, but I
You're like,
low-key-
kill somebody.
Yeah, I'm like,
Bring out the
ooh.
mountain.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, the mountain's here. Y'all gonna die. Something's gonna happen. So I'm like, oh.
You're like,
man.
oh, she's gonna kiss her with the poison. Oh, she kissed her with the poison. What?
My gay self was like, oh, ooh, gonna kiss
You
him.
missed
And
the
then I was
whole
like,
poison.
yeah.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, and then it just clicked, and I was like, I'm a useless lesbian sometimes, apparently. So I was just like, yes, I am the stereotype, apparently. So, yes. So,
Well, at least you were horrified by the Cersei Jamie, like the rest of us.
yeah, that's like,
I was like, stop showing it. Stop showing it.
he's like my problematic sort of fave. I mean, I have 5 billion faves in that show, but I really do like him.
Vince
So,
is in love with Tyrion. Vince wants to
Yeah.
drink and know things. That's what he does.
yeah. Tyrion is the hero.
What I do.
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
We gotta get you a shirt that says that. I've seen him everywhere. I was like, oh man, that was the caption. I posted a beer on Game of Thrones. I was like, I drink and I know things. And someone was like, no, you don't. I was like, meaning I do drink, but I don't know anything. Like,
Okay. Hurts me right
deleting
there.
my Facebook. That's why I won't get a Sarah.
That's why you won't get the Saraha or whatever.
'cause I'm
I don't
like-
want that.
No.
Don't be telling me stuff.
Like, y'all can roast me to my face. I already know what's gonna happen.
I'm not even that
Black and
secure.
Silver
Keep it to
Diamond
yourself.
says no anime can top Kari in the House.
Corey in the house?
Kori in the House.
Wasn't that a Disney Channel show? People are gonna
Yes.
roast me now.
You're gonna get totally roasted
They're
because
gonna
I
be
feel like you're so
"You're
wrong.
a fake fan. That's an anime made in 2005. Well, I'm sorry.
It had a half a season.
No,
No, I don't know. We'll have to look it up because none of us know what you're talking about.
Unless
We're terrible
you're talking
people.
about the Disney Channel show, in which case.
But you know
That's not
what's
an anime,
cool?
wasn't it
Did
a
you hear
live action?
about
Yeah.
Death
Kori.
Note doing a live action?
But then it's not anime anymore.
Net-
I just don't get it. I
On
feel
Netscape?
confused.
That looks cool.
I'm conflicted.
I haven't seen anything about it, so I'm excited to look it up.
and
Does the
William
bad guy win in
Dafoe
this one?
Is the Shirigami.
William Dafoe is really creepy.
I'm
so I
intrigued.
could totally see
William
that.
Dafoe.
I am definitely intrigued.
Looks good.
Do y'all remember that Dragon Ball live action or whatever?
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, that's why
That
I
was
think
bad.
I'm really weird with live actions.
I'm
now.
like, maybe no. I feel like it defeats the purpose. I don't know. Did you see Ghost in the Shell?
No, I didn't. I do like Scarlett Johansson a lot. I'm gonna get roasted
I
for
mean,
saying that,
she's
but
totally-
she's like beautiful, whatever. But I didn't see it. So
She's a good actress, though. She's a good action actress. So you
I
have
like
to
the
put
movie.
somebody like that in the role so that you can make some of the money back for
Yeah.
producing the film. Like, you just have to. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I posted a lot of memes from it because I know there's a lot of controversy. So
Yeah.
me, I just like memes. So I'm a poser half the time. So I'm like, let me just see what's up so I can post some memes and like get on with my day. So that was what I did with that. I didn't actually see it, so fake fan again.
Fake fan.
I was just giving it a
They're like
slug.
calling Lisa out about everything tonight. So, have you seen? No. Did you know? No. Have you? Well, I'm gonna. Just like-
I went to the comic book shop the other day, and the guy was super, super nice. I really, really like that shop. And so, and I had been in one other time because it was right next to this pho restaurant. And so I went, ate some pho, and then I went to go get some comics, and I was like,
Memes are a way of life. Black and Silvers.
amen.
it's all about the memeage.
I want a meme posted on my tombstone when I die, but it's got to be a good one. Like, y'all can't do me wrong, but like putting a really bad one.
It's gonna be Grumpy Cat or something really cheesy.
Dang it. Because I'm going to come on everyone. But yeah, and so the guy was super nice, and I was like, look, I don't know anything about comics, okay? I know
You're
that
like,
I
"I'm a
like
poser."
them, and whatever. So it's like, no, so he was really patient, like really, you know, like explaining everything, which I appreciated as someone who, you know, sometimes people can be a little condescending, and it's kind of like,
Yeah.
whatever. But then I went back in and I saw a lunchbox he had, and it had, because I had told him I worked at GameStop, like I'm just really into video games, like that's my thing. And so I was like, oh, that's a Big Daddy on it. And he was like, she does know her video games. I was like, I'm not totally hopeless, I promise. I like Star Wars
You're
and
like,
video
I'm a
games.
geek, I swear. I'm for real.
I'm like that meme of the nerd girl with the glasses that everyone always makes fun of, where she's like, I'm a nerd or whatever.
Yes. You're like, but I really
I'm
am.
like, I promise. I got my lunch money stole too. No, I'm just kidding.
You're not allowed to be pretty and a nerd. You get kicked out of the club. You're out, Lisa.
First of all, I'm a potato. Number two. Sorry. I just come on and wreak havoc. I'm like, they're really not going to invite me back after this.
Wow. You're much fun. A lot of fun. It's all good. So tomorrow
Yes.
Tomorrow.
is our little event. And it's free.
Yes.
You come here, and so
But buy pizza.
what are some of the things we're doing besides games?
We're going to have some vendors there, so if y'all want to buy some things, like really cool, fun, nerdy things, that's going to be there. And I think it's...
Some giveaways, right?
Yeah, there's going to be some giveaways. Gaios is also a Pokestop, and the owners like are super into Pokemon, so if you're like really diehard into Pokemon Go, like
I have a
you'll
problem.
have Yeah. Really? Yeah. Well,
I have a problem.
I caught a Pikachu. Let me rephrase because Christopher's gonna call me out. But Christopher's wife found a Pikachu with an ash cap on it, okay, at the Houston Zoo. So she let me know, and then I caught one, and it was the best day of my life. Even better than when I got married. Sorry, Rachel. I know you're watching. But this tops it, and you'd probably agree.
Well, I try not. Vincent gets really mad because and he doesn't want to play Pokemon anymore because I play it too much. And then I played a lot without him, and I got all this stuff. And then so I kind of got a Pokemon with the ash hat at OLU, but then I saw one at the mall, and I pretended like I didn't have one. I was like pretending to be so excited that I caught my first one when he caught his first one, but it was a lie. I'm sorry,
Please
honey.
on my confession.
Taxi cab confessions.
The
Yeah.
betrayal.
Look at his face. He's so mad.
Betrayal.
Look at his face. Wait. This is what he's going to bring up. Listen, because I know what he's going to bring up. Go ahead.
Do you have
Hurt
a
me.
Charizard?
No, I don't. That's painful. Mine ran away.
Ooh.
5 Ultra Balls that ran away.
Oh. Yeah. I would have deleted the app. If it, I would have been like,
I was
like
pretty
that.
salty for like an hour. He was like,
I'm gonna file a lawsuit against Pokemon Go.
I was so mad, and it was in the Walmart parking lot, so he had to listen to me the whole way through Walmart. I was so mad.
As we were going in,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. But thanks for bringing it up. That wasn't painful at all.
and I got it with a regular Pokeball.
Yeah.
Oh,
One.
He twists the knife even further than the knife. I mean,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what you get.
It was terrible.
he's like, mess with me. No,
That's with me. He just opens his phone and shows me the Charizard. Talk to the Charizard.
oh man.
Oh, this is the horror that we are. Lisa brings it all out. Everybody like learns all the terrible things.
Well, if
Well, if
we're on
anybody's
Twitch-
seen us
we're on
Twitch,
right
I
now.
was gonna say if anybody's seen us Twitch video games,
but
they
we
know that I'm a
actually
bad,
do just
loser.
Twitch, and we just do video games on there.
really bad at.
Colleen's real mean.
I'm really mean. It's
You're mean?
So I was kind of violent towards him during Street Fighter. I kind of stole all of his money last night during River City Ransom. I kind of am mean, yeah.
But
It's always the nice ones.
that's your in though. That'll be your moneymaker on Twitch. Everybody will want to watch it to see whether Colleen stabs
They're
Vince
like,
in the eye
whose
with it.
life is Colleen gonna ruin today? Tune in next week.
I don't mean to. I start out
Therapy
nice.
Optional.
I try to be nice and it
And
goes
she
awry.
handicapped me to one button.
on
on
Street
Street
Fighter,
Fighter.
and he still beat me. And it made me real mad.
She doesn't sound like she's bitter at all.
He's like,
That's fine.
you can only do stuff with the jab button. So I just use the jab button.
So he just found the characters whose special moves are surrounded around the jab button because I didn't know that was a thing, and then he killed me. And I was not happy.
Well played, sir.
I was like, I hate you for life. You're gonna sleep on the couch.
Oh man, I've been there. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, suddenly it's too real. I have to leave.
The horror.
Tears. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so that's been a little interesting endeavor that we're doing, and that may have to stop because I'm not a very
I
nice
feel
person.
like I need to tune in to see it. Because, like, I have these perceptions of you guys, and, I mean, gaming can bring out the worst in people.
Yeah, it's pretty
for
awful.
Sure, so I'm
Yeah.
excited.
it really brings out the worst. in
And
Colleen.
I'm real,
He's like, not me, but in college.
and I'm real derpy, and I'm like really ADD, so I get bored while I'm playing video games, so I have to like make up backstories and do voices and stuff while we're playing.
So a lot of the time I'm
And I'm
playing like
singing.
this.
That is it.
He's like, what you doing? It's okay. I've been only playing Skyrim since like October. I don't know why. I'm just obsessed. And I was trying to romance Serana, which whatever. She's unromanceable, and it felt like heartbreak all over again. But anyways, I was like, this whole time, I couldn't even marry you. Like,
Why?
what was the point? No, I'm just kidding. But like, Rachel will be in the other room, and I'm like, I'm the Dragonborn, and I'm like, ah, and I just start going off, and she's like, please stop. Like, who are you even talking to? You're not even playing with anyone. You're just talking to yourself. Weirdo.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because we're
"First
not
of all, John."
online.
Yeah.
We're not like online or anything. I'm with you, Lisa. I'm just
Yeah.
like making up backstory and doing.
gotta keep
They
it
have theme
interesting.
music and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. I don't
Yours
know.
is probably more detailed, which I
Yeah,
admire.
it's a little weird. But
No.
yeah, and we all know Vince doesn't talk a whole lot. So then he's like, you just hear sighing. Like,
Heavy breathing. So,
it's pretty terrible. Oh lordy. So yeah, tune in next
It's
week.
brain fun when we're playing Street Fighter, and I literally get my arm handed to me.
I was a little violent. I need to be very careful.
wait, like,
Like I was like punching him in the arm, like literally. I was mad at him. I threw my controller. It got pretty bad.
no.
Yeah, it got a little bad.
I'm gonna tune in next week.
Vince was like, "We should play Street Fighter again." I'm like, "Don't you dare put that game in."
Yeah, we're not doing that book gun thing.
Oh no! Why would I do that? I'm an intelligent human being. Good lord.
Did you hear about that?
No.
That somebody, it was
Oh,
a
this couple.
YouTuber
Yeah.
that they had a 50 caliber gun and they put a book in front of it thinking it was gonna stop the bullet,
Oh.
and she shot him.
Did he live?
No.
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 I just wanted to ask just to have some.
No. No. Don't do stupid stuff like, you know.
Like, in what world is that a good idea?
Yeah.
Back in Black and Silver Diamond says, I'm obsessed with King of Fighter 14. Y'all should try King of Fighter 14.
King of Fighter. King of Fighter.
Yeah, King of Fighters.
King of Fighter.
King of Fighters.
It's a boxing.
Twitch equals
No.
violence for Vince.
It's
Adam says.
basically
Adam
a
is
combination
correct.
of about 3 different video game titles from a company called SNK Playmore. They came out about the same time as Street Fighter. Actually, I think technically they came out a little bit before Street Fighter 2, but not Street Fighter 1.
Are they? Is it on PC only, or is it a console?
You'll be able to get it on console.
On console, okay. All right, well, we'll have to check that out. We've been taking suggestions from people, so we'll have to check that out. Vince wants to kill me in Injustice because, you know, that won't be humiliating or anything.
Injustice 2, yeah.
Yeah.
That looks
See
good.
his face? He's like, yeah.
Eyes lit up.
He's like, bring your weak self.
You're gonna handicap me again?
Gotta be so worth you sleeping on the couch for a week, right?
I'm going to blindfold you next time and be like, yeah, you can't see. Then what happens?
You can't see, and you can only use the up button.
And only the up button. He still beats me. I will rage quit the universe. If that happens, I'm not even kidding. It'll be
There's
terrible.
somebody that's blind that can play like Street Fighter and totally obliterate you
Really?
just by the sound.
Can listen
That's
to you
so magical.
using the controller next to them. I would guess, right?
I would
Because
guess, I don't
the buttons do sound different than the control pad. That's pretty impressive. People are amazing. People amaze me.
I
Yeah.
love humans.
Yes.
Sometimes
It's on
I don't.
PS4 and PC, so we have a PS4, so we're good.
Oh, cool. All right. All right.
Oh,
So
and then we played River City Ransom Underground, and that's on Steam. So we did that on our PC and Twitch that, so that was pretty cool.
I like that. So tomorrow, we are not playing video games per se, but we are playing tabletop games, which are also very fun. And I rage quit those too. Just FYI. I don't like to lose.
Flip table. No.
So win your pizza and game goes flying everywhere. No.
And
I'll
you'll
be good.
and you'll learn more about Otaku Fair. You'll learn more about Game Expo there.
Yes, we'll all be there.
We'll all be there.
We'll all
You
be
ask
the
us
love.
questions.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
It-
yeah.
If you want to
Pizza
give
with
us
us.
money for tickets.
Oh yeah,
That's
we'll
cool.
we'll be taking some pre-ridge as always.
For
So-
always and forever.
Oh, until the
And
day.
definitely take advantage of the pre-reg. Like people told us last year, they're like, "Oh man, I kept meaning to pre-reg and then I didn't." And the price goes up, people. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
the
think
whole
it's
point of
September
pre-regging.
18th it goes up. I want to say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's still 25 for the weekend, which
Uh-huh.
is
Which is
so
super
good.
low. Like
Yeah.
it's
For
ridiculously
the whole
low.
weekend, $25 right now. So if you
Yeah. Or they can order them online too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can
Yeah.
order them online.
So get your tickets. Go tomorrow. eat pizza, support local business, play some
Yes.
games,
And they
come
have
hang
some
out with
really
us.
cool pizzas there. They're not like
Yeah.
I mean, of course they have ordinary pizza,
But they're like,
but they have like different combinations that you can do in different. They have like a Manu.
oh yeah,
A Manu Stromboli.
they have like,
That sounds
they're
cute.
like the cool. I just go on and on, but they've been so good to me over the like. I just love them. Like they're really great people. So yes, definitely go out. But yeah, Mac and Seth, like they're totally into nerdy stuff. Like he loves D&D. He's like an OG nerd.
Oh,
like,
sweet.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
like all
Because
about
I've never
that.
been, so I'm excited to go
Yes.
because I'm going to school
You
out there, and I
guys-
thought we should
Oh
probably
yeah,
go.
yeah, and they have a really good lunch special too. So
Oh,
if you're
okay.
ever at Olu and like
I'm
it's
always
during
at
the
Olu.
day, yeah, I was like, it's like right around the corner, so it's the spot.
Sweet.
But they're just so good people. But they love like nerdy stuff. Like they're hilarious. They love memes. They're like really good people. And the cool thing is like if you're vegan, they have vegan options. Like they do all sorts of different things. So it's, I mean, and he's
That's
always coming up with new concoctions. So like the day I went with Christopher, I think it was last Friday, they had just tried out they're just selling their new cannolis. And I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to buy 5 of them and I'm going to eat them
I'm
right
gonna
here
eat them all right
because
now.
I don't care anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But
Now that I'm married, I don't have to worry
I'm
anymore.
Like, sorry about it. I don't have a wedding dress to fit into anymore. But yeah, it was delicious. So go. They're really great people.
What's that Square thing it was talking about during pre-reg? I don't get that.
The Square? Like the Square app?
Oh,
maybe?
I
That's
guess.
where
I
my
don't know.
mind-
I
I
don't
don't know.
understand
Yeah,
that
that's
question.
the only square thing I know.
What Square thing?
What square thing? Can you elaborate? Because we
I-
are confused.
Rephrase that question because I'm not understanding that question.
What's
I'm like, we have a square thing that you run your credit card through,
Yeah,
but I don't know that that's what you mean.
it's like the Square Register. You
Yeah.
can get tickets that way,
Mm-hmm.
or we can show you where to get them online if you want to do it that
Yeah.
way too.
Y'all can, yeah. There's tons of options.
Mhm.
We will give you options.
Even if you don't want to pre-reg, you just want to hang out with us. It's
Yeah.
cool too.
Oh, yeah,
We
yeah.
like
It's
to
a
hang
it's
out.
a
Come
totally free
play.
event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all can just come.
Well, the pizza's not free.
Yeah.
You got to pay for
Probably
the pizza.
should clarify that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
To
very
be there, the
good
gaming
price.
we're doing is totally free.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you want to play a game and get in there, you can do that.
And Vincent and I have both been in the gaming industry, so we both design games, and we can give you information about that if you're looking for that. I think one of my colleagues is coming because he's going to do a game design class next year,
Cool.
so he wants to come out and talk to us and learn that kind of stuff. So everybody's always there to tell you if you just are new to anime and you want to learn about it and some of the things that are going on. Come out and we'll tell you about that.
Or even
and-
if you want to learn about video games, because we're going to have video game developers out there as well.
Yep,
Yeah. Anything nerdy.
pretty
Well,
much. If
yeah,
you want to talk
pretty-
nerd, we'll talk it to you.
Well, you like talking nerdy.
He says, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about." Or
Oh.
she. I don't know who Black and Silver Diamond is.
So they can pay with their
Yeah.
credit card. Is yes.
Oh, is there gonna be one tomorrow? I think they're.
I think
asking.
that's maybe what they're asking.
I am not in charge of that stuff, so I can not say.
You're passing the buck.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
We will
somebody
request
else.
that that be available, and then it'll depend on
Yeah.
Wi-Fi and stuff.
Right. That is out of my forte.
You're like, I just do memes.
I do memes and I make the schedule. So, but if you hate the schedule, then I didn't make it. It was something.
It was Stuart's fault.
Yeah, blame me.
It was Stuart's
someone
fault.
else.
Stewart did it.
Yeah, I did it. I'm probably not even going to be there, but blame me. Actually, that's probably why Christopher was messaging me early on today. What are you doing tomorrow? And I made up a whole
Aw.
heap of things that I wasn't doing.
Stuart.
Yes.
It'll be an awesome, fun event.
I think it will be, and I'm excited for our convention together too. I'm
Yes.
excited for all of our hard work to come to play. And
It's it's gonna be different. It's gonna be something that we both haven't been used to because we don't run an anime convention and y'all don't run a gaming convention, and we learn quick that
there are differences.
there's big
yeah.
differences in the two.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so interesting. So this, it's been interesting to kind of learn things. Like the other day, I asked you what a GM was.
Yeah.
I was like, is that y'all's version of panels? It's just like,
Yeah, because I throw it around because I'm so used to it. So I'm
Right.
like, yeah, we do this and we have to have this, and then I was like, oh yeah. And people don't realize like a miniatures game, like we have to schedule different spots
Right,
because
I
they
didn't know
take a
that
different amount of
either.
time versus a board game versus a role playing game that could take several hours. So yeah.
Yes, so that whole time you're talking about y'all's events, I was like, don't y'all just run gaming? And then that's when she was like, we have to schedule. And I was like, so I'm learning too. Because I'm like, well, are you talking about panels or gaming? And so this whole time, it was
Yeah, because I think
confusing.
people think you just go in and you play games. They don't
Right.
realize that, like, if you want to play a miniatures game, you have to have a certain size table, and you usually have to have time to set it
Yeah.
up because there's all
See,
these
I didn't
miniatures
know
and
that.
terrain, and you have to break it down. And so you try not to move their tables because their game is set up, and then they can just have session after session after session. And then for role playing games, you want kind of a quiet spot because, if people are like laughing like we were doing over a board game or something.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to hear each other talk about like the setting, or they're in
getting
like
into
somewhere spooky
character.
and being in character. Like it's not the same. So yeah, it's definitely gaming is different.
Black and Silver Die. I can actually answer this question. I heard from a friend
Snap.
that it's a badgeless con. Is that true? No, it's not true.
Oh yeah, no.
Your friend is lying
Your
to
friend
you.
a liar.
And they're trying to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
So you might want to reevaluate your friend. I'm just kidding.
We're going to microchip you all on the way in.
That's right.
What's going to happen is you're going to get sedated.
And then we're going to take all
We're
your
gonna have a
money.
row of tattoo artists,
Yeah.
and when you come in, you got to get a tat each
Everyone's
year.
getting a different
And you
type
have to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
No, it's just a badge. You'll be fine.
Badges will be still necessary. You're
Yeah.
still going to need. It's the same thing.
Because
to
it's
get
a
into
hotel,
panels.
and so we need to make sure who's coming and who's going, and the hotel needs to make sure who's coming and who's going. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a thing.
But I think people like badges.
Yeah, we
when
like to
people don't
collect
have
them.
badges, it's kind of a letdown. So yeah, we'll.
Yeah, we're not
definitely
doing
have
the
badges.
wristband thing. It's a badge thing.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
No. And we'll have some cool badge art, I'm sure, and everything we've always.
That's still some of the logistics we need to
Yeah, I was
iron out
gonna,
to see.
as I'm saying
Because
that, I'm like.
there's a lot more
maybe?
different badges that we have that
I
y'all
was
don't.
like,
Yeah.
That's another aspect of
But we
everything.
have people, so we're gonna work on that.
Yeah.
By October, we're gonna be ready. We promise.
Yes. And it's like I again only
and we
do our
and we have
panels
like
and
many
social
more
media.
things in the horizon because we may be doing something for International Tabletop Day next year, like we did 2 years ago, and just make it bigger.
That was so fun that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I did was do the game library, but it was just fun to be there. And then it was cool.
It's just fun to hang out. Like I think
Yeah.
people think that gamers are like not social, and it's the actual complete opposite. Like gamers are totally social too. Like
Yeah.
how can you play a game sitting across from each other and not be social? Like of course
Right.
we're social.
Yeah.
So it'll all be good.
And then my son hits on Lisa's to this
And it's
day.
awesome.
It's super funny.
'Cause he always forgets.
We
Like,
never let him live it
rem-
down.
Yeah.
So, what
It's
kind
like-
of guys are you into?
I'm like, remember,
None?
none.
She's like, we've had this conversation 7 times this year. He's like, oh, you're that girl.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm glad I'm so forgettable.
So, she's the one my daughter hits on.
Yeah.
And it was funny because this whole time I was like, I don't, like in my mind, I'm like, oh, I don't know if she likes me. Like, and so then I made it my personal agenda, like, no, because I'm like sick in the head like that. Like, if you don't like me, it's like, no, you're gonna like me. Like, I'm gonna be your friend. That's how I make a lot of my friends.
He's just
So
like, you
then
have to be
Stuart
my
was
friend.
like, no. Does she like has a little crush on you or whatever? And I was like, oh, I feel so honored. Like, I was like, I'm so
Felt
glad this
better
whole time
now.
I thought she hated me. So I was like, oh, that makes me feel so much better. I was like so worried. Like, oh
Who's
no.
seen the Emoji Movie?
Ooh, nobody, don't watch it. They're going to make another one if you do. Stop.
Speak
Stop
for
right now.
yourself.
Oh, man.
I have gone every day.
No, man.
I watched it.
Stuart, no!
I have an 8-year-old.
That's a good excuse.
It's not a good
And?
excuse.
It was terrible. He loved it. He increased his fart joke and poop emoji
Oh,
jokes
no.
by 100%. You've got to remember, my 8-year-old, he thinks going into Walmart and laughing at the poop emoji things in Walmart is just comedy gold. So loved it. It was awful. It wasn't like an Angry Birds movie, which turned out to be really awesome. It was, oh god, it was.
It was so.
Which I haven't even seen that one yet.
The Angry Birds. Not interested.
I
I know,
barely
Angry
just saw
Birds is
Moana.
awesome.
Is it really?
It is
Really?
super awesome.
Okay, well I'm gonna have to watch it now.
There's a lot of adult jokes in there.
Really? Okay, I'll have to watch it.
It's like one of those things that they made and said, well, we got to do the best we can with it, not like the
Right.
Emoji Movie, which they just said,
We'll just throw emoji junk at you.
Yeah,
and
it was kind of sad.
Oh, speaking of animated movies, I don't want to bring this up because I want to get a ticket, but
So you're
I feel like
bringing it
I
up?
should bring it up. Monday and Monday only, 3 Santikos theaters here in San Antonio are showing the Batman Harley Quinn movie. Before it comes out for release to DVD and Blu-ray, only 3 Santikos theaters at 7:30 on Monday
Nice.
only. It's the only time it's going to be shown in theaters, and then you can only watch it if you get it on DVD and Blu-ray. And it's like the Batman the animated series, like the animation and everything is exactly like it. It looks so sick. Like, I can't wait. So I really want tickets really bad. So I'm going to go, but it's at Cielo Vista, it's at Silverado, and it's at the Bijou. So 7:30 on Monday. If you want to see Batman, go check it out.
We have that. We have Play Pizza and Pokemon tomorrow.
So you can have fun, lots
Yeah.
of fun.
It's
All
like a whole
weekend.
fun weekend before your summer's over for those of you that are teachers and
And students.
for students who have to
Yeah.
go back. Yep.
Check it out. So we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
We talked for Game Expo.
Oh, whoops. I'm just mirroring you, and it's sorry. I didn't realize.
We gave
talked
some
about
nods
all
to
our
Game of
geeky stuff.
Thrones.
We talked Game of Thrones. We talked movies. We talked about Batman and Harley Quinn movie. We talked about the Emoji movie. No.
We're ending with the emoji movie.
So sad.
Oh God.
We ate some funky peanuts
Oh, that was.
We
fun.
ate some funky peanuts. Yeah.
that we liked. Actually,
we
they weren't
liked.
terrible after all.
What did you think,
The pizza,
Stuart?
peanuts were good. I need beer.
Yeah, he needed a
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah.
I was going to go raid your fridge, but that would be...
They're in there.
All right,
Let's go.
yeah, let's go.
We can go steal
Zach's.
Zach's beer.
That's right.
in
That's
there.
it. That's even better. I
It's
like
even
it.
better.
That's even better. That's cool. So it was awesome. It was awesome having you, Lisa. As always.
I
As
get
always,
you
it was a
off
lot of
track.
fun.
Yay.
But it was fun.
I was like, oh man, they're saying it's fun.
comic gold.
Yes,
It is.
It is a lot of fun. Thank
So
you
we've
guys for
had you
having
on
me.
what 3-4 times
This is
already?
our third time.
Yeah, this is
I
our third
know.
time.
We do
I like
it
it.
once a year, and
like
I
it.
like it because I see also my personal like you can see that as each year passes, I feel more comfortable around you guys. Like, oh, they're
You're like,
my like.
"Oh."
I'm like, oh, it's been so. Not that I wasn't like comfortable. It's just I was nervous. Like, you know,
Right,
it was
yeah.
my first time, and so I was like,
The cameras are like pointing right at you, and you're like, "Oh, the
I'm
light
like-
is on.
I'm
What do I
an
do?"
awkward bean as it
But
is. so-
even the first time when we did it, you got really comfortable really quick.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing. Is like, I don't know. It's a good thing.
And that's
and a
what.
bad
And
thing.
if you ever want to come on and feel comfortable talking with us,
We're
let
pretty
us
cool.
know.
They are super cool. The coolest. Oh, that was lame. I can't. I'm gonna stop now. But yes, thank y'all for having me.
Yes,
Once again.
and thanks for watching us. If you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, please subscribe to us. We're also on Twitch right now, so if you haven't followed us, please follow us because we're right on the cusp of being affiliates. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then you can subscribe to us on Twitch.
Money.
If you want to see
And,
Colleen beat
because we
himself-
buy a lot of equipment.
Watch.
We buy a lot of equipment for this, and
Yeah.
it would help to keep that going because, you know.
Because we need a new roof, and we have to put our equipment money to a new roof. So no new equipment.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So then that cool 4K camera that I wanted to get, I can't get. So you can't watch us right now in 4K. So
That's probably a good thing for me.
It's
Though,
making us-
'cause I've got a lot of
making us
photos.
sad.
I'm like, I'm getting old. I'm gonna start standing like
Yeah,
this.
shut up, you young thing.
I know. I'm like sitting next to her, going, "Oh, I look better now."
Whatever.
That's why I'm on this side of the computer.
So I really appreciate it. We hope to see you tomorrow. We're going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to eat a lot of pizza and play a lot of games. And catch a lot of Pokemon.
I'm gonna eat an
Pokemon.
entire large pizza, and no one's gonna stop me. So
I will pay to see that.
I was like, I've done it before, and I'll do it again.
Wow.
I love pizza. Anyways, sorry.
So thanks for watching. I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen. That's Stuart. Here's Lisa.
Yay!
Geek out, I say. See you later.
Oh yeah! My best